thought I'd do a wee video just about tools. What tools do I use? I mean, anyone who's followed for a while noticed I'm kind of a walking advertisement for Makita. They don't pay me. I wish they did. I mean, if they want to send me their palm router, and I'd love their 40 volt chop saw, 40 volt circ saw. They don't make the 40 volt chop saw yet, but they will. And yeah, your high-end laser, send me one of them. Sweet, cheers. But what I do have, and this is my bread and butter, this is how I get the money for anything I want to do. This little layout here. I have other tools, but these are, you know, the bread and butter. They're the main ones. I've got the 3-speed brushless Makita impact. That thing is just amazing. Like, it's the best. Unless you're going to go all the way up to hilti, which is crazy money. That's the one. And the hilti stuff's really heavy, like really heavy. That's the only down thing I can say against hilti, is they're heavy. And they're too expensive. Whereas Makita, they're priced in there the same as dewalt and Bosch, and they are so far above dewalt and Bosch. It's unreal. Like, Bosch is trash, complete trash. No one uses that anymore. You might see odd Sparky on site with Bosch, but that's because Sparkies don't do any work, so they don't need decent tools. But for me, it's Makita. You pick that up and you put it in your hand. The plastics, the way it feels, the size, the way it works, there's just no comparison. They don't break. They don't break. I mean, like this little combi drill, that's been through hell. It's still the same as it was when it was brand new. The auto feed, that thing's 180 quid body only, and it works about 80% as well as a hilti, which is crazy money. The dewalt one doesn't work at all. It's rubbish. I mean, I am what I am. Like, Makita for me. Dewalt, it's like, Makita is made by Japanese people with care and honour and precision. Dewalt is lashed together by Americans. It's like comparing a Toyota to a Dodge. There's no comparison. One is perfect, one is trash. It's just is what it is. I've used dewalt impact driver. The plastics feel cheap, nasty and horrible. It's heavy, and I've seen people snap bodies on them driving them in. Like when you use, you know, big screws, all your weight behind it. I've seen people snap the body. There's just no comparison. Japanese versus American, no comparison. Whether you're talking cars, electronic, just anything, don't buy American crap. Auto feed, good. But yeah, and for hand tools, I'm a barco man. You know the guys with the fish? I think that's a Swedish brand, I can't remember. I always buy their hand saws. My hammer, faithful hammer, that's barco. And Marshalltown pad saw, that's on my belt all the time. Because I do a lot of dry lines, so there's always surf form in there, and there's always a Stanley knife in there. Marple chisels. The one thing I do get that's American is the Stanley Fat Max tapes. I don't think there's anything else compares to them. These things, they're wide and rigid, and the bit here, the end bit, when you're cutting plasterboard, you have to hold your tape measure against your Stanley knife against the edge of the tape measure, and you put your finger on the other side of the board and you rip with the tape measure, and the Stanley Fat Maxes, they're just the ones for that. If you were like bricky wet trade, you wouldn't use it because tape measure is disposable to wet trades, and these things are like 35 quid. But for dry liners and carpenters, they're the one. And yeah, with those basic tools, I can build 90% of things really. Like, there's other tools that could assist you to do it faster. Like I said, like a chop saw. I had like a palm router. Yeah, but that's me. I'm a Makita man, blood in, blood out. Sweet guys.